Hit it.
Thank you, SGA, for closing the basketball season. Why? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. Amen. Don't ask where I came up with that. Let's go.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
That damn seal.
I said that damn seal, boy.
Oh yeah!
Let's go, baby. Woo!
Let's do it.
This
Good morning and welcome one and all to the Manic Monday post-birthday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. This first hour is powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. And I think we just made Jen fall out of her seat right now.
Yeah,
How you doing,
we
everybody?
did.
Back from the weekend. Everybody in the Discord is laughing their heads off right now, going, "What the hell are you doing this time?"
And by the way, if you guys want to see,
she just bonked me with a stick.
Nice. By the way, if you guys want to take a look, see what's going on with Jen, she's playing some repo right now. Twitch.tv/Genevieve_Yoso. Her and Phoenix are kicking it on repo, trying to duo. So yeah, we got that going on.
Yeah, and we just did an incredible intro for them.
And we've got something even more lethal lined up the next few times.
Listen, it's going to culminate, at least for this calendar year, on New Year's Eve. That's all I'll say.
Yep, pretty much.
That's all I'll say. The Thunder win 103-91. They claimed the championship 4-3 in the only 7-game series since 2016, which was played fairly.
Yes.
And yes, I'm throwing shots.
Well, there goes that notebook for the day.
I told you in pre-show you could toss the notebook.
Yeah, well, I've got 3 of them over here. Which one am I tossing?
All of them.
Okay, I'll deal with that later.
So SGA wins the MVP.
Yep.
He becomes the latest scoring champion to win the scoring title, regular season and finals MVP in the same season. Who's the other person to do it?
Well, there's been a handful of them to do it.
Come on, it's too easy.
The
Who am I
last one.
thinking about
Well, you have Michael that did it 4 times.
That's why SGA will never be Michael Jordan. And that's why Yo Kang will never be the king because he's never done it. I'm throwing shots today.
Oh,
I don't
hell.
care. Listen, when Shane and I talked in pre-show, we went over everything that we had planned. I promise you, we went over everything. He pushed the button and my brain went left.
All the way to Albuquerque, Georgia.
My brain said, I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah, and
that's how much we got. That's how much we had planned today. We planned it all out. We talked about it. We talked about part of it last night. But then I woke up this morning. I had a round of coffee. We talked in the pre-show, and then my brain just finally said, I knew I should have made that left turn at Albuquerque. And here we are.
Yep. And that's gonna get them cracking up as well because I hear everything in the background.
Yep. All right. Not much to break down. OKC outscored Indiana 34-20 in the third period, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
And
they went on that 19
down. Unfortunately, Tyrese Halliburton went down with what is now described as a torn Achilles.
He is going to be out for all of next season, unfortunately.
Yep. But these Indiana Pacers, man, they're going to find a solution because they want to get back to the point where they were 24 minutes away from a world championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were leading by 1 at the half, and then Oklahoma just went on an absolute tear.
They scored the first 5 points of the third period, a layup and a 3-point field goal. And in my mind, I said game, set, match, because that was the one thing that you feared with Oklahoma City. They've done it all season long.
And then they go on that 19-2 run to not just end the third, but even midway through the fourth.
Yep. They held Indiana scoreless at the top of the fourth period for about 4 minutes. And that was it. And the crazy part is Indiana was like on the verge of another crazy comeback.
Yeah. I mean,
OKC,
even without Tyrese, they were doing what they could, but OK was just throwing it down.
They were too deep.
That half-court pressure was just evil. They couldn't let Indiana get going.
And shout to that OKC half-court defense, as you said, the half-court trap that they kept putting on. And a shout to Chet Holmgren for a big game 7 that he had last night.
Yeah, that was massive. I mean, he was blocking left and right during that game.
6 blocks he wound up with in that game. SGA finished, I believe, with 29 and 12 assists.
I do believe so.
I think you had to figure that it would be Indiana's day when Tyrese Halliburton splashed home 3 3-point goals to put him up 4 early. Then he went down with that injury, and it completely took the wind out of Indiana's sails. But look, anybody that says the Pacers are overrated, Tyrese is overrated, and anybody on the Pacers y'all don't know this Pacer team. This Pacer team in the playoffs was dynamite.
Yeah.
They vanquished Milwaukee in 5. They beat the hell out of Cleveland. Let's just call it the way we see it. Right? After Tyrese won game 2, that was that.
Yeah. SGA 29, 5, and 12 in 40 minutes. But how about that dude off the bench for the Thunder, Carson Wallace?
Carson Wallace.
He was evil in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Forced, I think it was 3 or 4 steals. That was huge.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely huge. So congrats to the Thunder. I had all types of ideas of making fun of them, but I can't. They're the champs.
No,
they're the champs. I can be as playful as I want to be, but people who know me, they know when I am playful, I'm showing respect at the same time.
Yeah, and there's nothing we can say about it. I mean, we actually wrote them off going into the playoffs because we were like, who did they beat?
Well, let's answer that question. They beat everybody.
Yeah,
they are the last team standing.
Going into the playoffs, we had it like Denver or Golden State going into the finals, and Oklahoma City just shut us up.
Man, they slapped tape on my mouth.
Yeah.
I said it during the broadcast last night. I said it during the live stream last night, the watch party. They slapped tape on my mouth, period. I'll say it, and I'll say it proudly. They slapped tape on my mouth last night. And, of course, the missus got involved, and yesterday was Jody's birthday, so in case y'all missed it, give her a happy birthday for me in the chat if you would. I went in, I checked on Jody. She wasn't feeling too good. Her stomach was acting up. So she asked me, what was the final? I said 103-91 Oklahoma City. She peered at me, and she's already giggling, and she said, you didn't call the game right, did you? I laughed, and I walked out.
Yeah.
Because that's like her thing with me now whenever I do a game involving either these guys, the Indianapolis Colts or the Indiana Pacers. And coming this season, I bet you I hear it a lot when we cover the Indiana Hoosiers.
No, easily.
And I think Northwestern may have to go to Indiana. Yikes.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game.
Yikes. I've seen Memorial Stadium. Jody took me by Memorial Stadium. We were in Bloomington working on a project, and she drove by and she says, look to your right. I looked to my right and I said, can we stop? I want a couple of pictures. Honey, yes, we have to go home. But I want a picture. I'll make sure you get a picture. Okay, that's all I needed.
Nice.
I walked in the room last night, and I'm telling this to the folks in the Discord. Jody looks at me. Did you call the game right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who won? Oklahoma City. You didn't call the game right. Damn.
You're going to be hearing that a few times, I think, during the season.
Yep. I've heard this many times in 7 years. Okay.
Yeah.
103-91 is the final. The Oklahoma City Thunder are your 2025 world champions. All right. We got to take a breather. And when we come back, we got more stuff for you. What stuff? We don't know. We threw the notebooks out before we came on the air.
And I still got to deep fry foghorn later.
You're going to have to catch them first.
I'll work on it.
And Father O'Cochran makes an appearance. We'll tell you about him and have more stuff for you. The Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning is back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
We were always hippies at heart, I guess, and that was one way that we showed it before we became full-time RVers.
And we were definitely living small and minimally.
What made us decide to go with Battleborn was everyone from their top leadership team down to their service department helped us so much the whole way through. Our relationship with Battleborn is so much more than business. And me and Dennis love to jam together. We've played together multiple times, and that's been an awesome transition. Be able to learn so much more about the business, also just make some awesome friends.
They said the W couldn't catch fire, but in Indiana, the fever's already burning. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Full Court Fever tips off on Snowman Multimedia. All in on the WNBA. All eyes on the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. The next dynasty in the making? Join Brian Snow for the deep dives, the hot takes, and the real stories from the hardwood. Full Court Fever, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Snowman Multimedia. This is Fever Basketball.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Williams stood 1-2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Because we take this job so serious.
All of it, between two people and 4 nostrils, all of it was gone. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Normally, I would drink my turmeric ginger tea hot, but considering the fact,
there goes the mic.
That I'm having microphone difficulties, I'm going to drink this cold. It still will have the same effect on me. Phew. Where'd we go? Okay.
I don't know. We already tossed the notebooks out.
Yeah, we did. And we usually do.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about the big point, the NBA championships. I mean, what else is there?
Yeah, what else is there?
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Oh, shit. Why are we doing this?
This happened.
What you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. This idiot came up to me and simply asked me, why do I think LeBron's not one of the greatest players of all time?
Oh, no.
He asked me to look at the stats. I said, been there, done that. They don't compare. He asked me to look at his play on the floor. I said, been there, done that. Still don't compare. Now he asked me to look at the way he led 3 teams to a championship, and I said, so what? And the more I kept saying, so what, don't care, been there, done that, he kept getting madder and madder at me. I said, why are you getting mad at me? He said, because you're just discounting LeBron. I said, you know what?
We do not care.
And I don't. LeBron sucks more than Aaron Rodgers playing the 49ers. LeBron sucks more than 38-day-old male trying to get Drake May or whoever the hell that other let me look over here. Who's that other quarterback that Gerard Mayo coach? Oh, yeah, Jacoby Brisket. To play better. He never did. You know how bad LeBron is as a player? He's ruined the league for 22 years. It's become softer than damn button.
It becomes, yeah.
That damn button.
Oh, God.
Like I said, the NBA has become softer than the last 22 years, and it's LeBron's fault. Why? Because, yes, LeBron, it is you.
Oh, God.
It's always been you. It will be you, forever be you until you get your bald head ass out the league. Forever and ever. Amen.
In the name of the Abdul-Jabbar, the Magic Johnson, and the James Worthy.
Now that the NBA Finals is wrapped up, I can unleash about my feelings on the NBA, and it has sucked. And this is the reason. He's held the league hostage for 22 years. We had a terrific Game 7 last night, and all I could think about while Snowman was calling the game was the bullshit that he pulled in 2016. And the bronze sexuals that came along with him for the ride. And yes, it was a ride.
You all know he was Adam Silver's puppet that year.
And he's still Adam Silver's puppet. In fact, he's the puppeteer, and Adam Silver's the puppet now. So until LeBron gets his out of the league, I got nothing to do with it. Now, how does he close it? Hey, give me that note, boy. Yeah, this how he said. Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
I couldn't help it.
Wow.
I couldn't help it. See, and Arku is here, and we knew he'd be cutting up and making a fool of us.
Yep.
Sam
Called it
Presti
last
is
night.
indeed the best GM in the league for the roster he put together. The Philadelphia 76ers tried the same process Oklahoma City did. The problem? Oklahoma City had assets to use and gained the right assets.
Yeah, because as we all know, when it comes to Philadelphia, their problem
is this stupid MF. Yes, Joel, it is you. And this doggone microphone ain't going to stay put. I already know this right now. Give it up for Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Sixers didn't draft. Look, the Sixers had to deal with an Oklahoma City reject and James Harden, for God's sakes.
That says everything. That says everything.
That tell you something? I mean, it's like when the Patriots let go of Adam Vinatieri, and Vinatieri wound up winning 2 extra championships. Got him.
How did I know that was coming?
Come on. You knew it was sitting out there. It was too easy.
Yeah.
You knew it was sitting out there.
Oh, yeah. I know.
At least I didn't make fun of it like the commish does.
Yeah, true.
Why are you leaning forward like that, man? What happened?
Because I have a very, very strange feeling that this show is going to get even more left than usual.
Oh, then you've come to the right place.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we already had a tease about Father O'Cochran showing up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the NBA season's over. Thank God at this point.
Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say. Thank God.
Problem is the bronzexuals won't shut up.
Man, don't make me push that button again.
Don't tell me you've got another one.
I may.
Oh, hell.
I'm trying not to. I don't want to do it. I truly don't want to do it. But you've been here 11 years. You've been here since we introduced Bronze Sexual Confessions. Thank you, Cole Johnson, onto the program. You know they come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they do. They do.
More than once.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's take another break. And yes, we have our clip for the podcast from this segment. Trust me, we do. I think we need to talk football. No, take that back. There's something else we need to discuss with the NBA.
What?
In a sentence, rather, Houston, you have a problem.
Oh, that?
Next.
Okay.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
They said the W couldn't catch fire, but in Indiana, the fever's already burning. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, Full Court Fever tips off on Snowman Multimedia. All in on the WNBA. All eyes on the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. The next dynasty in the making? Join Brian Snow for the deep dives, the hot takes, and the real stories from the hardwood. Full Court Fever, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Snowman Multimedia. This is Fever Basketball.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
So, yes, as we alluded to, there was one other thing in the NBA that happened, and that was the Kevin Durant trade. The Durant trade, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, Kevin Durant got traded to the Houston Rockets. Who cares?
Okay, so what else is the problem?
It's the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
you're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
You gave up Jalen Green? More to the point, you gave up on Jalen Green?
Well, you know.
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh, no, you big dummy. Oh, no, you big dummy. You dummy. Oh, hell no.
I mean.
No. Oh, hell no.
That's all I'm thinking.
You know,
look up that trade for you really fast. Live research coming, folks.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, you.
Bitch, are you for real?
Exactamundo.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, yeah. Looking this up right now, the Rockets sent over Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks. The trade will not be official until July 6th. And the interesting thing is, Durant found out about the trade while he was on stage at Fanatics Fest in New York over the weekend.
Oh, hell no. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh, no, you big dummy. Oh, no, you big dummy. You dummy.
I mean,
you big dummy. That's the stupidest trade I've ever heard. Ever.
I would ask if this was smart, but
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
And to those who say Houston is actually going to make the playoffs with this,
why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying.
I actually had someone say to me last night during the stream that the Houston Rockets, because of the trade for Kevin Durant, we're going to win the championship next year.
I had that one queued up, ready to go. And you know, Kevin Durant.
Oh, hell no.
That's all I can think of. Oh, hell no.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with Durant.
I'm getting too old for this.
Absolutely. What would this be? His 18th year? 17th year?
Yes, 18.
18th year out of Texas.
Remember, he was still there. Remember, he was still there when Seattle had a team.
That's who drafted him.
Yep. Seattle that turned into Oklahoma City.
What?
What? Yeah.
What? What?
Pretty much.
What? What?
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
Seattle actually had a team.
No.
And now what happens?
That's as bad as Jedi thinking I was picking on him last night by pointing at the screen, telling him, you messed up, right? Yes, Jedi, you messed up. You're in trouble. I don't know why. I don't know what you did, but you did it, which is usually my wife's reasoning for me being in trouble when I haven't done anything.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm innocent. I don't know what you're talking about, Jedi says. Sure you do. Don't know what it is yet, but sure you do.
Oh, God.
I told him I was going to pick on him, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like this.
you did.
The Houston,
Dear
Houston, you got a problem, and his name is Kevin Durant.
Dear
Because his best basketball, and many people are not going to like what I'm going to say, his best basketball was in San Francisco.
You do realize there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be
I
like,
don't remember asking you a thing.
Like I care.
well,
Like I actually care.
And then there's going to be a few of them that are going to be like,
Bitch, please.
Oh, I know. They're going to say worse. My buddy A.L. Evans, who is a native Texan, he's going to say worse. But they're not winning the championship, even with Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Because if you had paired him with Jalen Green, then maybe.
But now,
Droid's not going to like my next statement, but to be perfectly honest, Houston's about to crater. I would like to be wrong. But what are we talking about here?
we're talking about Houston, and Houston.
That's Houston. They're broken in half.
Pretty much. I mean, they basically gave up half the entire team to get Durant, and I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Sounds like the Brooklyn Nets doing the same thing to get James Harden.
Yeah, and meanwhile, everyone else is doing this right now.
And at the same time, they're saying,
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh, no, you big dummy.
there, updated version for you.
Nice.
I'll let you expand on it more. I got to go get some tea. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there's really nothing to expand on this because, well, quite simply, this is a complete screw up on Houston's part. I mean, there's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They screwed up. And now we have to deal with all of that. Vic, don't give the boss any ideas because I guarantee you he will probably end up turning that into something. I mean, honestly, yes. You're not wrong, but don't give him any ideas, please. But still, Houston gave up 2 players and 6 draft picks for Kevin Durant. Yeah. That's all that can be said. And that is legitimately all that can be said. It's just, damn. Like, who thought this was a good idea to begin with? And yes, Durant admitted he had a hand in the trade. He wanted to either go to Houston, to San Antonio, or to Miami. But you want to talk about giving up so damn much. It's not even funny.
I can't wait till Joy gets in on this tomorrow.
I know, right? Oh, and Vic basically might have given a new idea for something.
Oh, I'll debut that next. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Victor, I already have your idea. Y'all will see it in 4 minutes.
Oh, God.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-973-6121.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these 2 football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck. You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Dear Houston Rockets, you got a big problem. Why? Because, yes, Kevin, it is you. It's always been you. It always will be you. Forever and ever. Amen.
Oh, my God. That didn't take long at all.
But I had to fish for that picture during the break.
Well, let's put this up here with the rest of them because we got a list of it going now.
Hey, folks, I want to recommend something healthy for you. And this is coming from me, a fellow who has battled cancer, beat it, but now has a few bowel issues to go along with it, especially since I have 5 organs missing. Someone suggested turmeric ginger tea to me, and I thought, man, I'm not going to like this stuff. It helps calm your tummy. Trust me on that one. And especially like me trying to wean myself off of sugar and sugary drinks and things like that, even ginger ale. And I love ginger ale. This helps a lot more.
There you go.
Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. Houston messed up.
Yeah, I was going to say a bunch of frivolity.
Yeah, a lot of frivolity. And while we switch to football, especially involving the Bears.
Oh, God.
Why? For Caleb Williams.
All right.
Going to be in his 2nd season. I know that. He's got some more weapons around him, but there's a problem. He ain't got a line.
No, he don't. He really don't.
And they mortgaged, risked, doubled down, and threw away their entire future. And I'm trying not to laugh. For DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on you, Victor. It's on you. Playmaker in the house with us. Let's get ready to celebrate. Oh, wrong team. My bad. That's on me. You stupid.
At least you don't have to worry about having a flagrant foul today.
Yeah, no flagrant foul today. Bruce Marmy is with us, one of our first members to the YouTube channel. Maybe an aging star can attract new talent for a season or two. But you're not going to get much out of it. I hate saying this, and I hate saying it because I love watching Kevin Durant play, but you ain't going to get much out of him.
No. Really not. And that's the problem.
My wife's cup, by the way, because we've been raising rabbits. My wife's cup, by the way. Actually, I'm not disappointed about the flagrant foul, about not having the flagrant foul. I'm not. Not after that game I saw last night. I would love to have seen it. I would love to have seen Playmaker just pop in here and go completely off, which has happened a few times. And let me do this. If you haven't had a chance to see Shooting Lights Out, I suggest that you do. Absolutely fabulous basketball program. And Playmaker breaks it all down. Love him for that.
Oh, yeah.
He got me back into my old school ways of breaking everything down and seeing everything objectively. Now, with that out the way, football, and more football. Why? Because, yes, Robert, it is you.
For God's sake. You know what? There you go. You mustard eating devil.
You started it.
Wow.
Hold on. I got to knock on the door. Hold on a minute. Take the camera.
Okay, well, while he deals with the knock on the door, we do happen to have a scoreboard update for everybody.
What are you talking about scoreboard updates for?
Oh, shit. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Father O'Cochran apparently is in the house now.
Yes, get it right. Father O'Cochran. And the O stands for, oh my God, I'm in here.
Oh, son of a... What's on your mind, O'Cochran?
Watch your language.
What's on your mind, O'Cochran?
But watch your language. before I have to come in there.
I mean, this isn't exactly a Christian Minecraft server.
Well, you started it. Minecraft.
All right, Cochran, what's on your mind?
What are you doing? A scoreboard update for?
Well, I was given the camera, and I figured I'd have a little bit of filler time before we go into halftime.
Halftime? What's that halftime?
Well, we usually take a halftime break around noon.
Are you telling me you're being lazy and you're always taking a break?
No, that's just how the show is set up.
What show?
The one you're on, you big dummy.
You watch who you call a dummy, you bald head brute.
Well, you're the one that don't know the show.
And you're the one that don't know your teams.
Well, why don't you educate us on what you're here for today?
First of all, the Patriots suck.
You ain't telling me something I don't already know.
Whenever you have to employ Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback, you're going to have issues.
Well, that's why he's gone now.
Why'd you keep him in the first place? If he couldn't work with the Colts, what makes you think that he'd be good with the Patriots?
Do I look like this clown to you?
Yes.
Get your eyes checked.
And second of all, you're a fan of the Boston Bruins, I think?
What does that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Look at you, a Bruins fan.
Yeah, so what's your point?
A fan that's done more suffering than the Chicago Cubs.
I mean, you know,
Jacoby Brissett could equal Tuukka Rask in achievements.
Ouch. Okay, well, what else are you here for today?
I don't know. I knocked on the door and he let me in.
Well, what's on your mind then? This is a sports show.
I know this is I didn't do something when I came in. I am sorry about this. In the name of the water patron, the Jim McMahon, and the Matsui, amen.
Okay, so this is a sports show. What exactly is on your mind?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm talking sports, you idiot.
You're just blasting New England right now. I figured you had something else you were working on.
Well, blasting New England's what I do. Can't help it. The Bears blasted them.
Yet again, we beat them in the regular season last year. What's your point?
We beat them in the game that counts.
That was almost 40 years ago.
And you can't call Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time ever.
Well, not ever, but he is one. He's either 1 or 1A, depending on how you look at it.
No, he is not, and I have a good reason why. 3 of them, as a matter of fact.
All right, well, what the hell is your reasons?
42, 46, and what's the other one? 52.
Really? We're going to be bringing up the fact of Eli beating him twice in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yet again, the 7 rings argue otherwise.
The 7 rings were fabricated.
If you want a fabricated ring, look at the 2016 NBA Finals with LeBron. That's fabrication.
I won't argue with that. But it's still fabricated with Tom Brady.
On what accord?
Adam Vinatieri, that accord.
Vinatieri gave us 5-6 great years before moving to Indy.
Vinatieri saved our asses.
That's what kickers do in the clutch. Save the ass of those that need it.
But the greatest quarterback saved his team by taking him down the field for a Super Bowl victory. Tom Brady can't say that.
28-3 in Atlanta. I can argue otherwise.
Oh, I can argue otherwise. Because the only name I have to mention to you that I know that'll make you bristle in a somewhat playful way is John Taylor.
Now, why are you bringing that up?
Because John Taylor is better than Julian Edelman.
I mean, not exactly.
If you really want to think about it in terms of receivers, not Tom Brady, but John Taylor is even better than who's this guy from Texas Tech? Oh yeah, Wes Welker.
I mean, again, Welker's more of a slot receiver, but still, I mean,
So is John Taylor. What's your argument?
Who did John Taylor have?
And by the way, how can you be a Boston Bruin fan when you're a fan of a goalie that sucked in 17 seconds?
Really? We're going to go down that road again?
Absolutely we are. You
I
started it.
How the hell did I start it?
You're a Bruins fan. That's how you started it.
I just started it by being a fan of a team, and that's going to end up going into this. I mean, that's like going after the New York Yankees.
Don't you always go after the New York Yankees? And by the way, thanks to your Red Sox for 2004.
At least we did one thing right.
Yeah, but the next year you got punched in the mouth.
Yeah, by a pretty decent White Sox team.
Especially Jose Contreras, who threw a forkball that made David Ortiz spin around in the box.
Yeah, that did kind of make David look like an idiot.
That's not the only idiot on that team.
Yeah, true.
Does
I mean,
anybody remember Matt Clement?
Oh God,
why did he throw a slider up and into AJ Przinsky?
He thought it was going to end up staying up and in, and instead it just flatlined.
It stayed up and in, all right, up and in the seats.
How did I know you were going to go there?
Because you watched it.
Regretfully.
You watched Matt Clement throw a slider to AJ Przinsky that didn't slide. You watched Tony Graffinino golf on a ball that he should have turned into a double play, but instead got nothing.
Wow. Bringing up all the old bones in the closet, I see.
Will you quit talking about bones? No one wants to hear about your sex life in here. Okay, on that note, we're out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. And we're putting this whole episode on the podcast. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. Braves and Mets for Monday Night Baseball. See you later.